Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Mattov's English journey, and welcome back to the final episode as part of Mattov's English journey. After 88 episodes, 12 long seasons across that time, it feels like now is the right time to hang up the qualifications back in the dressing room for this year, for 2024. In 2035, after these long seasons, 3 clubs we've been with, and yeah, we're going to go through today and conclude for this year the English journey that we have been on. So the first thing you might be wondering is the fact that we haven't won the Champions League, we haven't won the Premier League, we've won the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Community Shield, that FA Cup twice as well, by the way. So across the whole career, if you count the Community Shield, 5 trophies won for us. I mean, not winning the Champions League and the Premier League has been a shame, but at the start of the journey, back all the way at Alfreton, who we took on the role in the 6th tier of football. They are lower than that now, 7th tier. We didn't really have a goal, you know. I was just making content off the back of a real good time in Real Sociedad, and I thought this is the type of thing I really want to do, you know, go on a nice journey, progress up the ranks, try all different types of football, and get loads of experience in playing Football Manager and being a manager, because it's still a relatively new game for me. Only a few years I've been playing, so it's still relatively new. And now the time has come, I feel, after a very good English journey. We very easily could have taken it internationally. I mean, we had job offers from many different countries, and we easily could have gone there. We are now a 5-star reputation manager, so a lot of clubs would be in for us, but ultimately we've gone on an English journey, and we've won the FA Cup twice, which is the ultimate prize in English football. Let's just take a look. Yeah, the FA Cup we have won twice now, back to back, which has been, we're unbeaten in 2 seasons in that, which has been really good for us. Carabao Cup winners, just the year before we did lose to the eventual winners this year in Man United, but we did also win that Community Shield if you count that. And I mean, if we go and take a look at the results, we'll look at Leicester for the last 5 years to answer the question as to why we are not going to be staying here and trying to win the Champions League for one more season and try and win the Premier League as well. In the last few seasons, the season we inherited was here against when we were against all odds. We managed to survive relegation. We almost looked certain to go down. The first game was this Everton game, actually, and it was a very, very rough start. Tough games against tough teams, but then we managed to save ourselves. And then in the next season, we qualified for the Champions League, a much better season for us. We got to the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, and in the FA Cup we made just the 5th round, getting knocked out twice in both competitions by Arsenal, not giving ourselves the best reputation in those opening few games. But after that, next season, Champions League football, we made it to the quarter-finals, where we narrowly missed out to Man City. We also made an FA Cup semi-final, and in the Carabao Cup, where did we? I think we made. Was it just the? Where were we? Yeah, just the 3rd round. So hardly much going on there. But our first semi-final next year, another quarter-final, and did we? Was it? Yeah, we lost to Villa this time. Then Leeds in the quarter-final, and in the Carabao Cup we made a semi-final as well. So you could see how we continue to improve. Lost out in the Champions League round 16, but once again qualifying for the Champions League, something we have not failed in doing in all 5 seasons, apart from that first season, not the full season. All 5 full seasons we have not failed to win, get a win our chance in the Champions League, I should say. Here, round of 16 again, narrowly knocked out by PSG, who went on to win it on penalties. We were a few spot kicks away from knocking them out. So close. We won the FA Cup this year, and we also won the Carabao Cup in this year. So successful for us. Just continuing to improve, keep on going better. What a season that was for us. And then the final season for us here, the amazing start we had got us to first in the league. We made FA Cup final, Carabao Cup final. Oh no, we didn't make the Carabao Cup final. Actually, I was thinking we made it again, but we did unfortunately get knocked out. Carabao Cup final was the last year, the one time we did win it. But FA Cup final, we won that again. Narrowly missed out on the league title. Another really competitive season. We'll go and take a look at our finishes. And then for the final game, it felt right to top it off with this Champions League final against Real Madrid. I said what an honour it was to play them. Not meant to be on this occasion, but the story we've built at Leicester City, if we're going to take a look at their reputation now, the the way we've grown as a club, we are now, what is that? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we are the 14th biggest club in the world. That's what we're considered now. Real Madrid were just the dominant team on the day, but that final has made us into one of the best teams in the world. We were nowhere to be seen in these rankings back when we were fighting relegation, and now we're all the way touching the top. And yeah, it just felt right to end it at this moment. We've seen some amazing players, some amazing things. If we go and take a look at our league finishes, all the way back to 29, 30 here it was. So we narrowly avoided relegation based on goal difference. Next season, fifth place, third place, fifth place again, yeah, fifth place again, and then third place here once again. The league so competitive. Missed out by 5 points there on the title, a lot more there. We were close here for a long time, but it just slipped away. And yeah, we haven't gone. How did we go a season without 20 wins? I don't think we did. No, we haven't gone a season without 20 wins. At all. Was it just this one season? So 19 wins here, and then the next season back up above 20 once again. So I think the story here that we've built an absolute super team. All of these boys have just been absolutely amazing, to be honest. And Milosevic, what a player he has been for us. Free agent coming in 2030, 5 years on. He's one of the top scorers for the club in the history, I think, which is going to be remarkable. We've both made the favoured personnel as well. Finally, we've managed to do it. We were not on here for ages, but I think that final has definitely done us some favours. Both Milosevic and me as a manager have both made it on. Paz on there as well. Fair enough, he's been a great servant for us. We have made it. Finally, I'm not sure if anyone else has made it from this team. Not by Luke Dewsbury, who was in there for all the years he was at this club. But it just feels right. We've done an English journey. We have won. We haven't won the Premier League, but we won the FA Cup. We could have gone again, keep going to try and win the Premier League, but how many more seasons would it take, and how many chances would we get at the Champions League? I'm not too sure. We could continue to build, and that's what we've done for the last 5 years. But it does feel like the right time to end it now. And next year, I'm sure we'll go even bigger and better and kind of set more goals. We didn't set any goals. I just wanted to make content and just manage clubs, to be honest. And we've gone on what has been a pretty perfect English journey, to be honest. And we could have gone global as well, but at the end of the day, it feels right. Runners up in the Champions League. What an occasion it was, and what a game. What a bit of history that was for the club. And it wasn't meant to be, but we gave them, and we pushed Real Madrid to their absolute limits. Gave them a bit of a scare on the big stage. We tried our absolute best in the league. And I wouldn't want it any other way, really. Wouldn't want to go to another club, because what we've done here has been special. So that answers the question, why don't we go for one more season? It feels like it is the suitable time now to leave. 2 FA Cups, 1 Carabao Cup, 1 Community Shield, runners up in the Champions League, 5 times qualifiers for the Champions League, many semi-finals, quarter-finals in there in all the competitions. What more could you ask for, really? So that's the end of the story here at Leicester. We're going to take a look at what's gone on in the other clubs as well. Have a bit of a reflection on that. If we take a look at this page in itself, 5-star reputation manager. We're making 31,000 a week, which is amazing. Career stats, we'll go and take a look at that here. Lots of things to look at here. We've been at the club for nearly 2,000 days now, which is crazy. 4,300 days managing. What else can we look at? Transfer value of players sold, 1.12 billion, and 842 billion spent on players. That's one thing I've definitely improved on, especially here at Leicester. Spending money on players, that will be a huge asset to carry on through the channel and growing as a manager. and record transfer fees as well. 90 million on Arab this year, and then Maurizio Jose leaving on the final season. Both of them coming in for the highest. For the highest fees. It makes sense. We built this club to be it's got an amazing foundation, and the boys have done so much for themselves to get to this point. I think we'll go back a page to look at these stats because it's kind of harder to look at on there. So games played 662. That is a lot of time. I think it's like 20 days playing time. Games won 332, games drawn 117, and losses 213. That's a very good record actually. Quite happy with that. Goals for 1,277, goals against 942, a goal difference of 335 positive. Really good that, and a win percentage of 50%. That doesn't include draws, by the way. That is really history. We'll go to the timeline now and go all the way back to 2023 where we joined Alfreton. A few things to look at. Ryan Taylor, 40 goals. I only do 40 goal seasons with strikers, to be honest. We won the league that first year. If we go and take a look at the National League, I mean, how would we go? Yeah, we'd go to the Vanarama National League North to have a look at that. If we go and take a look here, all the way back in 2023. 24 go to stages here, and league table all the way back to 2023. 24 we're not here. Oh, I've gone to the wrong league. Oh no, what is going on? I'm crumbling under the pressure here. Vanarama National League North. Let's go and have a look. Have a look now. There we go. So Wickham are the current champions. Apparently they've had a bit of a downfall. We'll go all the way. We'll go to stages once again. All the way back, league table, there we go. Alfreton champions. We did it on the final day actually. South Shields, by the way, the come up they've had, they're now in League One. That is very impressive that they've managed to get to that point. League table, they finished 14th, but I mean, they got promoted, so they didn't win the league title. We denied them of it, but 96 points, 28 wins, 12 draws, just the 6 losses, one of them being to South Shields. We also played Boston, Blythe. Blythe are the only team to do the double against us. Fair play. So many cool teams to have played with in that season. It was really good. We go to the National League North as our next endeavour, where this was the point where we signed Kenny Coker, who's still here at the Leicester City with us. I don't know why the National League's not coming up. Is it somewhere down here? Somewhere down here. There it is. We were just looking at that. Kenny Coker is still with us. He's out on loan. I'm not sure if the team. Yeah, he's with Barrow here. He's going to be in the players list surely. He is. Where is he? He's there. Kenny Coker, 31 years of age, 100 career league goals, and 83 of them came at Alfreton. If we go to the league table now, we'll go to stages, league table 24-25. First season we established ourselves, avoided relegation, which many expected us to do. It was a really good season for us. Next season into the playoffs, where we didn't have our best efforts really, but getting there. They didn't expect us to at all. We also scored. Was that? Yeah, we scored 108 goals. Kenny Coker did us some favours that year, but we also did concede 88, to be fair. This is the point where the tactics were in a bit of question, probably why we didn't win the whole thing, but what can you do really then? After this point, 3 seasons at Alfreton, we decided to leave and head on to a new challenge in, if we go to our profile, Leyton Orient. We were just jumping at jobs. We joined Leyton Orient, and to be honest, we didn't really have our best time, but they have been relegated now, which is a bit of a shame for them, to be fair. If we go to the league table, it's a very tough time, to be fair, and I wish I could have done a bit more. But what can you do, really? We 16th place first season. Season after that, where were we? We were in the playoffs, weren't we? Or did we? What's gone on here? Oh yeah, we're at the bottom, so we just survived relegation actually. So the season after was where I've just realised the stat, by the way. That is quite ridiculous, but we'll get to that in a second. The next season was the playoffs, but this is where we just avoided relegation. Yeah, 104 goals conceded. That has got to be close to a record. And this is where the tactics changed up. The next season we changed them up and we made the playoffs. We bounced back. Not meant to be on that occasion. We didn't get promoted. And then after that, we jumped the gun. moved on from Leighton Orient. Had a decent start to the season, but we took the risk. The board at Leicester put their trust in us, and look what we've managed to build here over the few seasons. What has been absolutely crazy. We've just developed this career. It's been absolutely insane. We'll go and look at the rest of the timeline. Alfreton moving along. Yeah, just anything to look at here. There's the Kenny Coker thing. That was crazy for us. 200 games was marked at Leighton Orient, where we had some really good players. Of Gustidis being one of them. He is now at Lamia, who are in Greece, so he's gone back to his native land, playing some football there, which is good to see. Where's that gone now? The timeline. We'll go back to profile, manager timeline, Leighton Orient here. Moving along, we stayed up from relegation. It's good to kind of have that in the journey that we've gone on, the perfect journey. We've avoided relegation. We've gone from winning the National League North, the 6th tier, to being runners-up in a Champions League. Absolutely poetic. We keep it moving. Signed for Leicester. Few signings, lots of money floating around, and yeah, signing of the season, Jovan Milosevic. How perfect was that for us? Absolutely crazy. And yeah, we simple as that really. Few trophies in there: Carabao Cup winners, FA Cup winners, Community Shield winners, FA Cup winners once again. And I mean, it's not come up that we're runners up in the Champions League, but that is the final game of Mattov's English journey, and that's exactly how we wrap it up. What a career it's been! 88 days straight of videos. It has been a remarkable journey. Who would have thought? I mean, I wouldn't have thought we would have got to such a point. Making the Champions League final was only a dream at the start. This is exactly why there was no goals really. We just thought we'll go and do whatever, and we finally made that Champions League final. But I think it's time to wrap it up after all this time. What an honour it's been to go from the National League North, playing games, semi-professional level, to managing this super Leicester team, Champions League finalists. What more could you ask from an English journey? So that concludes the end of Mattov's English journey for 2024. Who would have thought after 88 days of, making the content, managing teams, 600 odd games, however many we played, we've gone from playing our first ever friendlies, the first ever Ryan Tate, I mean, that's poetic in itself. The first ever goal, I was checking this the other day, if we go to Alfreton, the first ever goal scored in this whole journey in a pre-season was from, if we go all the way to the top here, it was from Ryan Taylor, Super Ryan Taylor, one of the 3 best strikers we've had along this journey, alongside Kenny Coker. And then the final goal from the 3rd striker. The 3, I mean, they've just been absolutely remarkable, all of them together. The final goal of this journey came from none other than Jovan Milosevic. Absolutely poetic. Who would have thought from that first Ryan Taylor goal to the final Jovan Milosevic goal, from the first friendly in the 6th tier of English football to the final of the Champions League in European football, we would have made it this far after 88 days. It was only it was something you couldn't even think about, because you focused on doing well with that team in the first season. 12 years later, and yeah, it's crazy. What a journey it has been. It's been absolutely perfect, and it is the right time to now end it, and yeah, call it a day here. Hang up the qualifications and go again next year, and see this for 2024. And what a journey it has been. Couldn't have been any better. And yeah, always sad to leave it, but new things are on the horizon, and it's going to make for a good time. And yeah, what more could you ask for from this career, really? So that marks the end of Mattov's English journey for this year. For the final time, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow for something new on the channel. Thank you. Bye bye.